Wait, hold on. I gotta turn my skinny filter.
And we are live. Hey guys, what's going on? This is Cheney 180 and
The Fallen Vet. Hey guys, what's up?
I'm playing with myself.
you're listening to another episode of They're Not Dolls.
We are on episode 211.
211.
211.
And we have a very exciting show for you guys tonight. We have the one and only High School Creations himself. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hey, thanks, guys. What's up, y'all?
So we're very happy to have you here tonight. How you doing tonight, man?
Pretty good. How about y'all?
Good. So, to someone watching that may not know who you are and what you do, you want to give them a quick little breakdown?
Sure. I go by Michael. Over on Instagram, I go by High School Creations. I think I'm best known for over on Instagram for diorama building. I've been known to build some large-scale dioramas, some 1/12 scale dioramas, and then I dabble in some other art things like cosplay and drawing and stuff like that. So all-around artist.
Nice. Yeah, I saw you've got some sketches up too.
Yeah, I've been really in the zone for drawing. I use the iPad and Procreate, and I've been into some Dragon Ball Z stuff, and then I did some stuff for Unparallel and his live stream for tomorrow night with Dan Yoon.
Nice.
Does Unparalleled talk about toys too?
The drawing you just posted about the stream with Dan Yoon tomorrow, that's awesome.
I know Dan. That's awesome.
It's Age of Apocalypse, Odious basically, and Dan Yoon Magneto. It's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, let's go.
Heck yeah.
That's
Thank you.
awesome.
And
Oh,
I just want to say I'm guilty, and I want to apologize to Mike right now because I realized like a day or two ago that I don't follow him, and I swear to God, I thought I followed you on Instagram because like I always see you come up in the Unparalleled stuff in with Vasco. Like I know, like I follow Vasco, and like I see your name all the time, and I'm like I totally follow him, and then I realized, and I was like, oh my God. So I corrected myself earlier this week, though. So go follow High School Creations if you don't already, and you're a dummy like me.
Wow, Adam. Just wow.
I'm guilty too.
I admit when I'm wrong. Like I
had to follow on my Fallen Fed account because I didn't realize I was following you with my OnlyFans account.
That happens to me all the time.
Yeah.
Were you following him with your Sergeant Bananas account or?
Oh yeah, that was for sure. That one's on there. I have a couple followers on there.
Oh man, well, as I've said before we started, thanks so much for hopping on with us tonight.
Definitely. Thank you for inviting me.
I'm definitely excited to have you on for sure. So I'm kind of trying to be quiet because there's something going on in the other room. So if I'm being low level, it's there. It's not my fault, I guess. I'll put it that way.
You're renting out other rooms in the house to allow keeping. Is that
you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Whatever brings in
sure.
the money, man.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm going to be very like, yes, no. But it's not that my energy level is low by any means. I'm excited and ready to go.
If we hear any weird music,
I don't know about that because my energy level is way low right now. But I'm like all here like this is 100% what everybody thinks, and inside I'm crying. But that's
that's normal though. For you.
Right. That's the daily.
Yeah,
so that's fine. It's okay.
I would be so much more excited if anyone had found me a Firefly or a Target Viper.
Again.
Have you not even received a message or an offer, right?
Look at Mike's even shaking his head.
Because I keep putting it out there into the world, so the world is like, nope.
All right, let's just get it. Let's get it out right now. Mike, are you into Joe's?
I was up until this recent release, and I'm fed up. I'm done.
Oh,
it's ridiculous.
Okay, we'll get into that. Has Firefly even showed up in your area?
Probably. I'm not looking anymore, though.
Not
over
even.
It.
Okay, so when you were, though, was he or no?
I couldn't tell you. I didn't see any on the shelves. There were empty pegs. So
All right. I got you. We still have no Firefly here, and I saw somebody mention it on yesterday's show, the whole 100-mile thing, and that's what I've been hitting from January 1st, and not even to say, oh, one's popped up. Yeah, that's crazy. That is so crazy.
All right. Well, before we go any further, Ernie.
Yes. Gosh dang it!
He caught you again,
dude. I can't, bro. Like we're gonna have to stop that or something. I don't know, man.
What can I do for you, sir?
I'm still not down with that.
How are Chat Migos doing?
Hey guys, what's up? Thanks for joining the show. Yes, go check in right now. Go share, tell your friends, screenshot it, make your own. Go share it around the internets and let them know we're with High School Creations tonight. Mike's here. We're about to get into our hauls, going to get into the show. So right now that should be enough time for everybody to go share it around everywhere and, man, do their thing. So welcome to the show. We are the Toy Migos. This is They're Not Dolls. Tonight is Thursday night. It's our regular 2-hour podcast where we're going to go through all the news of the week and other different topics and talk with our guest and find out more stuff about them. And that should be enough time now. All right, guys, let's check in. How do you check in? You hit that thumbs up like I just did. If you're new to the show, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for notifications, then hit all. Then right there where it says say something, say hello, because I'm about to shout you out right now. If there's something that you got to say, see that money symbol right there or a question that you want to ask, you hit that. We will say your statement. We will answer your question during the show, whatever it may be, because that's a super chat. You are now a Chat Migo. You are part of the show. We interact with you. You got your own thing going on over there with other Chat Migos. And you have, anything you guys want to talk about on your side too, we'll check in with you and do the same. So welcome to the show. Let's get started. All right. First one up once again. And this is cool because I always love doing this. Woo! The Wrestling Hound was first. What's up, East Coast Figs, action figure expert? We got Ronald Ramos here, moderator extraordinaire, by the way. Smash Labs, I love you. Everybody go follow Smash Labs. Santo1414, hey, how's it going? Feel like I just saw you last night. Let's see. Benjamin's here. The Mighty Most Jeff, action figure Boncho. KJ's in the house. Papa Schmitty. Darren's here. Ish618, welcome to the show. Jeremy Chamba, did you see that, Adam? Jeremy G's here.
Oh,
Jeremy.
My bumblebee's on the way.
Jeremy. Did I do that correctly, or do you want to yell at me?
No, you did.
Is that Batman inside a frog suit? That's what it looks like.
Special guest Sergeant Bananas.
Winger, the Toad King. Winger Lose is here. Chamba, Chicken Burger Disco, Born to Hula, Nick's Figs. We got Adam the Urban Spidey. Welcome, Uncanny Assassin. Do me a favor, Urban Spidey. Can you put the Discord up? Because I'm sure it's going to be mentioned. Alcap 1. Dorian's here. The Glowing Ghost. Oh, there's that Glowing Ghost. I love that one.
Yeah.
Jake's in the house. What's up, Jake Peterson? We got 796 Studios.
Nice.
Welcome.
What's up?
Dark Bulb. Toying around. Everybody, salute to the Butter Baron.
Butter Nation.
We all know that
Butter
you just
Nation.
came off of Unboxing
Nation.
Thursdays. He had who did he have today? He had Prime to the First.
Yes.
So thank you very much for checking in, and we know that everybody is following Toying Around and checking that out. He's got a great lineup coming up, by the way, so go check it out. Blaine's here. Blaine Sanchez, what's up?
What's up?
Sonny's here. What's up, Sonny? From the Sonny
channel.
Everybody go follow Sonny. The Who channel? Nick's Figs, Toying Around, Papa Schmitty. Brian's here. Monkey 29 DNA, Ulysses Ramos. Let's see who else. Double Down Hustle, Soul Brother. Blaine. Freddie Garcia's here. Oh man, here's one. Man, I'm actually stumped this time.
Really?
Narb 101. That's the best I'm gonna go for. Z2K. Let's see who else. I'm trying here. Scruffy Nerd. What's up, Scruffy Nerd? Sean S. Welcome, Sean S. How are you? Very excited. You know what?
Tonight is very exciting.
Yeah, is it a midnight premiere for WandaVision?
Yeah, it should be midnight
right?
here, 3 a.m. over there where you're at, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, really? You got to wait till 3, Mike? Dang. Sean, how you doing?
So I'm halfway there.
Yeah. Do you know how late it is, Ernie? By the time you finish shouting everybody out, too. Uncanny Assassin. Plastiadico, what's up? Let's see. And that's it. Everybody checked in. That's it. Here we go.
Awesome. Well, as we do every week, we break down, our hauls of what we got this week. So, since you're the guest, sir, what'd you get this week?
Oh boy! So
Nice.
we'll skip the Joe conversation, and we'll go right into what I did find. And Power Rangers have been hot in our area, so the new Lightning Collection,
Nice.
guys. So I got that and the pumpkin wrapper.
Oh, you got them both. Nice.
Oh yeah, found them both. Actually picked up a couple for a buddy. These aren't all toys, but I thought these were pretty awesome. You guys know Posable Productions, Brandon. I got some of these cards in for his animated series. Got series 1, 2, and 3. I want to open these up on here. And then because I'm a foam guy and dioramas, here's this foam forming hat. There's only 2 of these in the world. And me and another diorama maker have one.
Nice.
That's an inside
Very
joke.
cool.
But yeah, that's cool.
Heck yeah.
So that's pretty much it, aside from some stickers. So I'm going to do a real simple plug here real quick. I'm doing a sticker swap over on Instagram. So I got a bunch of stickers coming in. I got some Odious stickers here that Unparalleled's okayed. And then I got a whole stack here. So anybody that's watching, get those stickers into me. My P.O. box is in the Instagram bio. I'll do some swaps for some stickers. Send me stuff. I'll send you stuff.
Oh, well, we're going to have to send you one of these for sure.
There we go. Oh, man. I got a whole stack.
I need more of those because every time I ship people stuff, I put stickers in the box and I'm running really low on my stash because the only reason I have stickers is because you gave me stickers when I first met you and you gave me enough that I've been like,
oh,
Sweet.
okay. Yeah,
share the love.
I think I'm actually getting kind of low myself, so I'm going to have to put in an order for some
More stickers, holographic stickers.
Ooh, holographic. I like that idea.
Nice. Yeah, that's way cool. Was that it for the week, Mike?
It's been a light week. I haven't got out the house, man. My day job has kept me pretty busy, and I've been frustrated with Joe, so I've been basically boycotting Target.
Oh, we'll get to that. We'll definitely get to that.
I feel you.
Yeah. So
I'll go next.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get nothing.
oh,
Literally nothing has been out there. Like I said, during the Quickie Minis, I've been last weekend. I tried to hit and there was nothing. I bought a freaking retro card AT-AT driver that I already had. I thought I needed it, but hey, oh no, you don't need it. So I didn't get that. And then Adam and Jay Rue hit me up about the Loyalist this morning, the Mando Loyalist. That was back up there in the Ahsoka. And so I got me another Loyalist for the Army. So that's pretty cool.
Heck yeah.
I still need the Super Commando though. Well,
Gotcha.
I just need another one. Yeah, the mall one. I like it.
Okay. And
You see Victor at all?
You son of a...
Just I would.
What'd you get, Adam?
Oh, hi. This is crazy. This is the first time ever, I think, ever in us doing this that it's like I got like nothing. Oh, damn it, Janie.
Yeah.
Come on. That's
Mr.
just me.
Viper
Listen,
himself.
can I just explain that like I'm both happy for you, but at the same time I kind of want you to like die and leave me your alley viper. I mean, leave me your vipers. I keep calling them out. It's like, no, this is a plain viper. But like maybe, like, is that bad? It's bad, right?
it's
No.
fine.
I should just be happy for you. I'm just happy for you.
It's all right.
Only happy. Anyway, I only got one new toy, but I did open up something from the depression pile too. But the one new toy that I got is the new Masters of the Universe Orko.
Nice.
I think I got it off Amazon because they finally popped up elsewhere, you know, other than Walmart where they were exclusive for a while.
Mhm.
So ordered him off of Amazon. I already have Skeletor with a terrible paint job, but I'm hoping to get that deluxe version so I can pop the vintage head onto like the regular Skeletor body. And then
Is that what everybody's doing with them?
Yeah.
That's cool.
and then the same Battle Armor He-Man. I'll buy a regular He-Man and the Battle Armor He-Man because the Battle Armor He-Man has the vintage head too. Mattel is very smart in making me spend extra money for one figure that I want.
True.
Hey, weren't those the ones that you used to put caps in?
I don't. No. That was Power Punch.
No, these are the Battle Armor ones are the spinny chest.
Yeah.
Right. Didn't you put caps in it and then it would make the
No.
noise?
No, that's like
No.
a later one. I think that's the red and silver He-Man armor that had the caps
That's
in it.
that's
I don't-
Power Punch.
Dude,
No.
I was gangster with a thrifty cap gun.
Nobody.
Like when you
nobody
got that-
listens to me.
That $1.50 cap gun and you put the rolled in.
Dude,
You're in your backyard and you just let it go and you watch all the smoke.
There's something about the smell
Right.
of caps too.
I was just gonna say that. And then
childhood.
and then it's like 7:30 and you're about to go to bed and you're watching cartoons and you're just sitting there with
Yeah, you're like,
all of that cap
burnt-
dust on you.
burnt caps from like
Yeah.
the weird old RoboCop toys. Remember those that were like that was the only thing KB sold for like years was like
Man, my
RoboCop toys.
favorite cap gun was a GoBot cap gun. It was huge. Gray, blue, yellow was the barrels at the end. And you put caps in it. It was a huge it was like a stupid looking GoBot when you did it, but it was huge. But man, that was my favorite. I was just a thug when I was a kid. Like, give me the time. And I'd go with my GoBot cap gun. Like I couldn't afford real Transformers. All right, Cheney, what'd you get?
Hold on, I opened this too.
Oh,
I wanted
oh.
We went for your haul for the week. We usually get your 30-minute hauls and that you can't even finish.
Yeah.
And now you're trying to go longer, saying that you open up stuff that you already
in
got.
the depression pile, but like I wanted to bring this up because this is from Cheney. Like
Okay.
I got it from him, so it's like it's awesome. Like I love it. I do want to replace the cape though. Like it's one of those rock hard 3-piece plastic capes.
Yeah.
So what, a cloth goods one?
It's gotta. Yeah. It's gotta go. It's gotta.
Do
go.
any of the Dragon Ball stuff come with cloth goods or no? Never.
No.
It's
That's
always-
one thing they've never
like,
done,
that's-
right?
Figure arts is really kind of lame. Like the Berserk line is like that, and that's like I've had to.
But those.
replace
That's
things
Figma.
on like all of them. Oh, that's Fig. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Get your lines
Confusing
straight, dude.
imports.
Jeez. Come on.
No.
We have,
Take away my toy card.
we have a guest here tonight, and you're embarrassing me in front of him. Okay,
Jeez.
get it straight.
No, don't mess up that hair.
Yeah,
I know you worked on that hair today.
I know he did.
I saw it. I'm so jealous. I just wish I got a hair. I'm jealous of the hair on your head, and then I'm jealous of our guest hair too, going all the way. I don't know if that's hair. I don't know if that's beard. I haven't had hair since I was 27, so
I
that's
think it's a little bit of both, maybe.
it is both.
Yeah.
It's luxurious.
Very much so. Yes.
Speaking of, what shampoo do you use? I'm just kidding. All right. So,
I'm interested actually.
wow, I'm the only one here with not hair, but all you guys want to know. No, what products do you have?
Yeah.
You know what, chat Migos? Why are we bringing up nothing but ninjas in the chat? Are you serious? Man, everybody wants to talk about ninjas. Thanks, Adam.
Okay, so
Jeez.
so this morning I picked this up. I haven't gotten this yet.
Ooh, I haven't even seen that.
Yeah, it was the first time I saw it, so I was like, "Yeah, I got to get that little mini Battle Cat because I have the
Oh,
rest
look
of
at
them."
Yep.
Mike Sky He-Man.
Nice.
Here's Optimus, He-Man, and Snake Eyes right up here too.
Is there a Panther?
I don't think so, not yet.
I don't think they made him yet.
No.
Maybe,
Oh, wow.
maybe.
And did you still find them in the secret hiding place against the wall, or
No,
are they
they have
different
them
now?
in the normal spot now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
If anyone that's watching doesn't have these already, they're awesome. Like
You need to get them. They're amazing.
It's toys for your toys, and the packaging is resealable too. So you can open it up, and it's like made out of like a hard plastic. And you like pop it open, you can pull the toy out, put the toy, play with it with the other toys, and then put it back in the packaging so you're keeping it Ernie.
That's what I want.
We're getting a what is it? Oh man. Mike's showing us how it's done right now. He's showing us how
a live demo.
Yes,
it's like
a
we're on the
demonstration.
Home Shopping Network. Drop it. That's the new thing. YouTube's going to be able to drop links soon. So we'll be like, you can head right over to site sponsor. No.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. I want everybody to sponsor us. I don't even give a crap.
Head on over to High School Creations for your Dio needs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. So on Friday, I think it was. I don't remember. It was Friday or Sunday or I don't know. My week's all messed up. But I found Frogman.
That's awesome.
I walked down the when you come down the aisle and you can see what you're looking for, like right at the end of the aisle.
You mean Batman in a frog costume?
Yeah,
that's so cool.
I saw his tubby little belly protruding in the packaging, and I was like, yes.
That's the Doc Ock body, right?
That's correct.
Nice.
Yeah. And then they had the hand ninja as well.
Good night, Sean. Thank you.
Oh, I know where this is going.
But when I opened it,
yeah, you didn't even give him a bath. I mean that's like just a standard for me now.
You shouldn't have to do that with Marvel Legends.
No, you shouldn't.
But that's what's broke on me though. And then I send it right over to the toy can.
That I like to work in on Marvel Legends, like for sure. That where it's like if you start to feel it, but it's like they shouldn't just snap like right out the box. Like Marvel Legends is at a different level of quality standard.
Oh, okay. So then you're absolutely right. And I can agree with you on that. And absolutely, yeah, you shouldn't have to. I'm just saying in the day and age of collecting right now and how stiff the competition is, like that Shane, you didn't even see the whole wave, right?
No, it was just these
just
two.
Those.
These were
yeah. So see what I'm saying is it's not like, okay, well, I'll go return this and grab another one, or I know another case is coming in next week. So I'm just saying, let's just say for the state of the world, a precaution. Let's give the toys a bath now.
No, I refuse.
Uh-huh.
So I like what's going on with this a lot. You've got butterfly joints, but then this like skirt thing like really prohibits a lot of movement. And I think if you were to get like cut away this skirt thing, like it would really open up movement for this guy a lot. Am I right, Adam?
I really got to get here's the deal. So Cheney is leading up to the fact that I did get one of these already and I've made modifications to it. And I think that I've made it way better. I just haven't shown anyone besides these guys yet.
No, I still haven't seen it. I'm waiting.
I posted images of it, but I wanted my whole thing is like I wanted to get another one so that way I could take pictures of them side by side. Yeah. And then I wanted to also then take the second one and kind of do a photo step by step of what I did. The mods are super simple, and it's what can you think?
I can't wait because I'm going to do it. I am.
Yeah, it's really not that bad. Like it's like you don't need any real skills like at all. Like anyone can do this, and all you need is an X-Acto knife. If you have some black paint, you don't necessarily need black paint, but you cut the skirt off underneath the belt, and it's like it is red plastic, so that's what the black paint is for. If you want it to be black on the underside, I do. I'm a stickler, so it's like, of course, I'm going to do that. And then I heated up and pulled the whole hood off, cut the keys out, and I shaved down the back of the head a little bit and positioned the hood so it just rides lower. And that's it. That's all it needs. Now it looks threatening, and it doesn't have a skirt anymore, which gives it an hourglass girly figure. Like, it's like it ruins the whole thing, and it prohibits some of the leg articulation. It's way, way better with those minor modifications.
I like it.
That is it.
It
sucks that you have to do it, but I know I'm talking for too much, but that's because I didn't get any new toys this week. So I will say,
look at Mike's like this. Mike's all, why didn't you tell me to come on at night?
I know he's like, what? Who's the guest here?
Yeah,
I swear I'll shut up in a second. I promise. But the other thing that's really important that I want to mention is the modifications that I've made to it are things that I believe Hasbro could do to just at the factory level. They can modify the tooling, doing the same thing that I've done to make this figure better. So my goal to do like pictures and show this, and hopefully lots of people like it and lots of people agree and talk about it, because they could do that and before they do something like release it as a $15 army builder on their site, like
Soul Brother
minimal
says,
improvements.
Soul Brother says Adam doesn't know how to not take up lots of time.
That's why we love you, Adam. That's why.
Yeah.
I do the comparison pictures out there that I have been loving. Like, I'm waiting to see your tutorial, Adam, because I know I'm going to want to do that to mine. But Mike just showed the Joe Ninja, and I'm loving that too. The hand ninja with the Joe Ninja, right, is looking really good together in all these shots. I like it.
I'm a big fan of that ninja.
So yeah, I got this. Have you got a chance to get any of these yet, Mike?
No, I haven't seen them. I like I said, I was boycotting Target, and that's where I get most of my figures. I don't go to trashy Walmart or what are the other places that sell figures these days. I don't go there. So
okay.
Yeah.
I heard they've been showing up at GameStop. I don't know if you got one.
Yeah, GameStop. They charge what, $2 or $3 more. So
yeah, but they're always running some kind of a deal, and they get me every time, man. Like,
that's true.
They're always. Oh, we got a very generous super chat from Winger Lose. It says what is that? TIL.
Today I learned.
Oh,
Today I learned.
Today I learned Adam is doing a Hasbro presentation on Monday.
Adam's gonna be on Marvel Monday.
No, I will try my best to get everyone to listen to me, but you know that the best way to do that is loud voices singing songs on the internet. So it's like,
So the last thing that I got was the Revoltech Harley Quinn repaint, and what I did was I swapped the heads on them. So this is the new body with the old head, and then the faceplate with the blowing the bubble there. Mm-hmm. And then I've got the old body with the new head, which looks fairly, current comic accurate, I want to say. Kind of. Don't kill me if Smash Lab. I know you know exactly what Harley Quinn looks like right now in the books, so this probably isn't it. Just saying it looks close, But yeah, I was excited to get this because I wanted to do that, and by doing that, it made me like both of the figures. So I
would have bought the one that you have set up as a blonde now. That one I would have bought if they released that one.
Oh, if it looked like this when it came out initially? Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
I'm not going to buy two figures to make that, but I like that one.
It's funny because there's another one. There's another version, and I'm like, I should get that one too. I'm a glutton for punishment, man.
Is that Mayfek Smiles?
Yes.
How are you liking him?
I think you and I are the only ones
to have him.
Huh?
I think you and I are the only ones on the show that have him so far.
Yeah, I didn't get him.
He's so tiny, and I'm very afraid to play with him a whole lot or pose him a whole lot. But so far, I like him. He's dope. He looks real. I mean, compared to the animation of the movie, I mean, it's dead accurate, right?
Yeah.
Some of the soft goods are interesting, but it's like their first couple of figures in the soft goods. So I'll give them that.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it. I enjoy it so far.
Heck yeah.
I think I'm in like 100% agreement. I dig the figure, and I think that I'm gonna keep mine like yours without the soft goods on it in just a Spidey costume.
Right.
And I pre-ordered the Sentinel one also that has the sculpted stuff, and it's like I think I'm gonna prefer him in the sculpted clothing more, but we'll see.
Mm.
Gotcha.
And just money just pouring away.
Yeah.
Everybody's really been 50-50 on that figure.
Yeah. I haven't seen like anybody in the middle where it's just like, yeah, okay.
Right.
Like it's either like, yeah, no, I like it. It's cool.
I'm pretty sure that me and Mike both just said we're only okay with the figure.
No,
like,
I didn't.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm
hear
saying
that
that,
either.
which is
Yeah.
which is good, but
Yeah.
I know other people who are just straight selling it. Like who
Yeah,
wants
we were
it? I didn't
we were
like it
talking
at
about
all.
all of the other people, not you guys.
Right. Yeah.
I think
Calm
the
down
biggest
there.
problem is you pay a regular price for a Mafex and you're getting not even half of the plastic you would normally get, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's some of the reason that it's
Do you-
not. Like,
Do you
oh,
feel a little bit more value with it because you get the cloth goods, or no?
maybe? I don't know. I don't. I guess it is what it
the
is.
shorts
but-
kind of suck.
Yeah, the shorts definitely.
The shorts are the big
Why?
problem.
Because they're not staying, or what?
The jacket's pretty cool. Like some people don't love the sheen on the jacket. I think it's cool. The shorts are the issue. It's got a weird the belt. It doesn't attach because they have it so you can like take the shorts off really easily. So like the whole front belt area just is weird and not nice. And then they're just kind of ill-fitting. Like
Yeah, it does look weird.
It's
Oh.
really big.
Right. Yeah. Those are straight cholo shorts now.
Yeah,
They
not
are.
as bad when you got the jacket and stuff on, but
Uh-huh.
by itself, yeah, it's just too big.
Wow.
I see.
I have the sunflower set that CJ did for Miles, and like the clothing on. I mean, like it's like CJ's set, so it's like obviously the quality is going to be great,
Correct.
but like it's better than this one, the Mafex one.
Gotcha.
Nothing Prime to the First. There's nothing wrong with cholo shorts. That's all I rock.
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure.
Right,
they're
right.
stood
That's
up
all-
right now.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. That's what I'm rocking with. So
Yeah,
there is nothing wrong. That's why I could call them out immediately. Like, oh, there's a pair of shorts for my custom doll.
I always get accused of that myself because I have the high the high black socks whenever I wear my shorts.
Yeah,
So,
all the way
Oh.
around.
yeah.
Oh, Mike, the one other problem that I have with it, I bet you have this too, is when you're playing with him and you like go to crunch him forward, is he always popping apart at the waist? Like
Yeah, I mean, there is no crunch forward, really.
Yeah,
I mean, you have
every
to,
time you move
yeah.
him forward, pop like that. That bums me out.
That's about as far as he goes.
And then you go any further, and he just literally he doesn't break, but he pops apart.
Right. Well,
Should have had better range of motion.
thanks for the instant review, guys.
Yeah.
Like for reals, because like I said, as far as my feed, it's 50-50. Even Irvin Spidey said he doesn't like it. He's hoping that the other one is going to be better.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and check out Mike's awesome work here and have him walk through some of his cool builds. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right. So, how did you get started into all of this? Where did this all start from, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, so from the creative side, I've always been somewhat creative, especially, growing up and in high school. I was the guy just drawing in my notebook and not paying attention in class.
Me too,
But-
man. Me too.
And I saved a lot of those. And I started an Instagram channel based on those. I found those 3 years ago when my son was born. I had 30 days off to spend with them, kind of like paternity leave. So I got those things out and started digitalizing them. And I started doing more stuff. I started like doing some cosplay. I have a Red Hood like helmet and armor. And I just started buying tools to do things. And it was actually Sergeant Bananas, actually, I saw on Tested. And he was shooting with that Mezco Wolverine, the Ronin Wolverine, and some dios.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it just inspired me. And that was only a few years ago. And I was like, I think I can do some of that stuff. And, I've been doing creative stuff with tools, airbrushing, carving, other materials. And it just made sense. It was something that clicked, right? I was into action figures. I started collecting more. It just led to where I am today.
Nice, man. Nice. That's crazy. That I guess it has already been years since that Tested thing that Johnny did. Yeah.
Is it really?
Right?
The world famous Sergeant Bananas.
Yeah. So
Loom Cube. You got a Loom
man.
Cube.
There
Here's
it
a Loom
is.
Cube.
Come on.
Now we got to pay him again.
Do that.
All right. He just woke up from his slumber.
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody said Loom Cube 3 times.
Yeah. His eyes lit up. Oh,
I love that grocery storefront one. Oh,
Yeah.
that's when you're clicking. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So, about how long does it take you to do one of these, man?
Yeah, it all depends. I can't see the one we're actually looking at now, but if it's the corner store one, typically I can get. So we all have lives, right? We got families, we got real jobs. This is a hobby for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on how much time I can get away from them, what's going on that week. But typically, turnaround time is, 30 to 40 days. And that seems long, but you got to understand it's not a full-time thing for me. But with that said, I can get one done if I have to, and just, a matter of 14 days, 2 weeks or something like that. So it just really depends on the level of effort and the size of the diorama.
Nice. And so, go ahead.
Do you find that I was just going to say that you have a 2-story now. Did you just automatically yourself start building yourself up? Like, okay, I'm going to tackle that. Or has it been, is it one of those things that comes simple to you? Like you could see it in your head and you lay it out and everything? Or is those the ones there that challenge you? Like something doesn't work out and you're like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah, so there's both, right? I'm very methodical, and like when I'm doing my day job, I'm thinking in my head how I'm going to build like the next diorama.
Right.
So, like for example, I have a sci-fi diorama I'm working on. I'm hoping to do a pre-order type thing this year, and I'm always thinking of how I'm going to do that, how I'm going to do this and make it repeatable. I have a POC, a proof of concept out. But yeah, I'm always thinking about that. But then there are some that just come natural. A lot of the city ones come natural to me. And I think that's why a lot of people come to me, because they look very like I know what I'm doing with them, right? I'll be honest, on a lot of commissions, I'm learning stuff for the first time or using a new tool. So I'm always learning, right? And then I'm applying that to the next job, and just I keep leveling up or trying to level up to make it simple.
I love it.
I love these light up features you put in there too, man.
Yeah, I try to do add-ons for some people. I think Laser Pan's got the lights underneath the overhang or the billboards.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to do some customizations, and that's why you were asking me earlier about price. And I don't really talk openly about price,
Right.
but there are some variations based on the level of detail. And since I do build these on demand, there is room to add customizations. And sometimes, that adds more time, which time is the most valuable thing, right? And that's what drives most of the price.
Exactly.
That's great. I love it, man. So your one that you're working on the concept for, like the shot that we see here of the hallway of Cad Bane. I love that. Is it something in that realm, as we could say? I don't want to speak on it too much, but you know exactly what I'm talking about.
No, that is it exactly. That will be the POC. There will be some changes. I'm hoping.
I love it.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Good.
No, yeah, I'm saying, I love it because this looks great to me. Something that could even be in my realm. Because see, I'm also on the other side, Mike. Of I'm not doing ACBA or any other type of photography with my figs, but I will set them up, to display here, and something like that is always nice in uniform. If I did want to ever switch to that, or for somebody to walk in and go, "Wow, man, that's really cool." So that's exactly what I was getting at. Was this is very nice.
Yeah, and I'm hoping to be able to. And I was saying this earlier, is I'm trying to, and that's where it comes into tools. And I haven't really mentioned the tools that I use, but I've incorporated tools like a CNC and printers and stuff like that to be able to do things repeatedly very easy and make sure it's quality the whole way through. And that takes time that I don't have to do anymore. I can focus on something else and helps bring that price down a little bit. But specifically with the sci-fi diorama, I'm hoping to do several tiers. I think in that one, there wasn't lighting yet. I'm hoping to do like a lighting tier that, just be a couple dollars more, or something even a little bigger that will expand that corridor out. So there's multiple things you can do. And when I build, I try to build with some sort of symmetry. That way you can build on it, right? The street corner, you can take 2 of those and make an alleyway, or you can take 3 and make a long street scene, or connect them side by side and get a long street scene.
Yeah,
so
you're really
thinking
about
in mind.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great, man.
So to people who may not know, what is a CNC?
Basically, a CNC is just a computer numerated controller. I think that's the acronym.
Oh, my bad. I thought you were talking about Music Factory. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm totally down with this dude. Go ahead. That's my bad.
But it's basically computer controlled router, right? And it plots points based on, the design that you have. And it's just a spindle, basically, that's going to use a bit and just cut into your material based on the input you give it. Hope that makes sense.
Like this Star Wars wall thing here, right?
Exactly like that, right? Okay. That was all designed, and so I'm using a product by Carbine 3D, a Shipoko XL, and their software is Carbine 3D. So you design that in like a 2D, what's basically an SVG or vector, and then you send that over to your sending software, which is Carbine Motion, and that turns that SVG into G code and then sends that to the router, which is controlled, using spindles and rollers and switches.
It's basically like a magical Dremel.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
That's
nice.
awesome.
I know Ernie.
It's so funny. Right? Go ahead, Cheney. Tell him.
I know Ernie was getting confused there, and he was to be like, "So which mechanism works with which mechanism?"
Right, like this. That's all cool, Mike. Tell me when I can order.
That's mechanisms. And I wanted to ask him about another mechanism, though, because I think you're doing some 3D printing as well, right?
Yeah, so I think me and Vasco Toys coined it, maybe, I hope, is the hybrid approach, right? We're using many different tools, 3D printing, both PLA and SLA, routers, and also doing hand carving. So yeah, I'm incorporating several tools. I try not to buy anything off the shelf. I don't buy doors, windows. I used to, in the early days, but now I design in Tinkercad, or I'm designing in whatever 3D resin software there is. But I'm designing my own and then printing them out, which is cool, right? I try to do everything I can by hand.
Dude, that's super cool, because you're gonna get those perfect corners that you need. You're gonna get like the things that are really need to be highlighted, that need to be straight and pristine, are gonna be that way. For the maybe some more of the foam stuff that you can kind of fudge, like like you're saving time and you're putting out a higher quality product, man.
Right. I mean, there are pitfalls. I'll be honest with you. Something goes wrong, it goes wrong, right? If your tool goes bad, or you break a bit, or on a printer, for some reason starts acting up. So you do run into delays the more you start depending on those tools. Mm-hmm. So then that's where you start having to learn how to fix this stuff, right? And that's cool too. But yeah, I like it. I geek out not just over the dioramas, but the tools that I'm using too. So that's fun.
Mike, I'll be honest. Your stuff looks so badass, dude. I'm loving every shot that we're seeing on your feed. I always have. I've seen others speak of your stuff, like the Laser Pants commission. That was great too. But because you're so artsy and everything, are you your own worst critic? Like, have you gone through halfway through something and just smashed it because you're like, it's not what you were thinking of?
Happens quite a bit, actually. There's more failures, and I should probably start posting failures, because when it comes to social media, everybody shows their best foot, right? No one shows that behind the scenes. And I think we miss out on that, right? You see all these people posting great things and you think everything they're putting out is great. The reality is it's not, right? You're going to have stuff you learn from. You're going to have products that you just don't like or you throw out. With that said, everything I release, I see the nitpicks. And even if someone loves it and cherishes it, I still see those things.
Like, so when somebody shows a shot, are you like, they had to show that?
Yeah, right.
Man, because you could see it. Yeah.
I see that one flaw, you know.
But
no
see,
one
that's great
noticed-
because you're passionate about it.
right.
And that makes it more. And I think people need to understand that. Like, these scenes look great, man, and everything, but seeing how much you're inspired and to talk about all the mechanisms that you use, I can tell how much you're into it and how much you actually love it. So I know that has to go into it, because when somebody's so passionate about that, they're scrapping stuff, and you know, I'm like on the side crying, like, why did you do that? It was perfect.
Yeah, I should probably share the ones I set fire to. I should do that in the future.
But like, for reals, you straight set fire?
No,
I was all, dang, yeah, let's see that.
I have some nerdy questions that may interest like literally no one besides myself, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. And it's like, and you could feel free not to answer too if it's like secret or anything. But like, what kind of 3D software are you using, and like, what kind of 3D printers are you using? I'm interested in like that kind of stuff personally.
Yeah,
all great value.
That's
it, Adam. That's all you need to know. Great value. Let's not let the secrets out.
Actually, there are no secrets. That's one of the things I want to make sure is open. Like, I will share anything. You just got to ask. I don't even know what you want to know, but just ask. But specifically your questions, I think the one I use the most is an online base, and it's free, and it's called Tinkercad. And that's, I use that one most of the time. And it's, pretty simple tool to start picking up and learning how to use. I will say all 3D software, there is a learning curve. And I use those mostly for the PLA printers, and I have 2 Ender Creality 3s that I use for that. So I have a set of twins there, mostly for HA, high availability. But if I also have a lot of work, for example, I did an X Mansion earlier, I guess mid-year 2020, that was basically an 87 by 68 footprint. It was a very huge diorama.
Wow.
And I had close to 30 windows I had to print. So I split the time. Instead of it taking something like almost 3.5 weeks, I cut it down to 2 weeks. I was able to do that by, doubling up the printers.
So,
and then, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm interjecting just because like I want to tell people like Ernie that I know don't know this. So a PLA printer, the ones that he's talking about now, that's like extruded plastic. So basically, think of it as like you know how I said before he had the magical Dremel?
Right.
Well, this basically is a magical hot glue gun. Like it lays out, like it prints as if it's like a hot glue extruder, basically. But
right. So what's
plastic? Like it like you get like PLA is like really hard plastic. It's like real, like what toys are made out of, basically. But it's all done through melted layers.
That's so awesome, because before we started, we were telling them about the tour at Gentle Giant and how we saw everything.
Oh, you mean before I joined, because I was late tonight?
And everything being put in, and just like how cool it is, because he was telling us, he was telling us his background and stuff too of what he was using. And we're like, yeah, me and Shani were tripping out seeing all of these machines going at it and everything, and they were huge, and there's like a whole room.
You guys saw like the high. We have we mostly use SLA printers and not FDM, the DLP and
OPP.
It's the
I'm down with OPP.
I know. It's like I haven't been to work for so long. I've been working from home, like forgetting everything that's on the tour. But it's wax-based support, so it's multi-jet printing, MJPs. So they print out a resin and also a wax support, so you melt off the wax supports. Those are super fancy. Like they're going to cost you in the multiple digit grams,
lots of money. Yeah,
but SLA is like SLA and DLP. There's tons of affordable machines out there, and Mike's using. Mike, tell us about those.
Yeah, so on the other side of that, flip corner side of that is, so Tinkercad was great for PLA because they're more simple designs, right? So you with PLA you don't get as fine a detail, and you also see some layer lines, which is acceptable for Windows, like I said. But here recently, and I'm going to blame Mario with 796 Studios and toying around for this, I got into resin printing, SLA printing, and I went with the Anycubic, the new Photon X, which is a 4K. That is new to me, but there's a different set of software because of how fine the details are. They have their own software you can work in to do some designing and then splicing or slicing. And so that's still new to me. I'm still learning it, but I've been able to pick up from, what is it? 3D Figure Arts. What did they change their name to? They were 112.
Figure Gear. They used to be
Gear.
112 shop, and now they're Figure Gear.
So I picked up some of their licenses for their weapons here, and been just mass printing these and painting these. So I have a whole arsenal for action figures.
Hold on, let me.
That I'm ready to start putting out there. So
let me turn on the camera so we can see here.
Oh yeah, let me.
Yeah, because we still got your page up. We were on that X-Men shot. So
yeah, we were on that X-Men.
1 second, show those again because that's pretty awesome.
I don't know if my light how clear that comes through, but
okay, you've got a shot of that on your.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do have a shot on Instagram.
You got some of the Desert Eagles that would fit into movie Deadpool's holsters and hands.
I don't. Deadpool's kind of small.
Dozen of those then. So I'll
like 50 ready to go.
Nice. I like that.
And then some of the Uzis. But so the point is the 4K resin printer, the level of detail you can achieve is just amazing compared to that PLA. And I know that probably don't make a lot of sense to people, but it's going from like standard, not even standard depth in some ways, but old tube television to 4K television is really the difference here.
Yeah.
So there's an Uzi.
It's like an old school Nintendo graphics versus, Xbox graphics of today. Like it's like it's just the detail level. But like the filament style printing still is like one of the least expensive ways to print. And it's great for large scale pieces. So it's like you're utilizing the different types of print qualities very well by like, hey, here's an accessory like a Desert Eagle that has a lot of detail and is small and needs to have that versus like, here's a wall, that can be sanded or stuff added to it that like, definitely it suits the technology that you're using to make it.
Yeah, you're reading my mind, Adam. So basically that was the whole mechanism behind getting that. It wasn't to do big pieces. It was to get to the scale for 1/12 specifically for diodes that looked great, from door handles to locks to things like cameras or like droid panels for the sci-fi stuff. Is to get those small details into small models, right? And SLA printing was the way to go. Wasn't PLA. I think with some PLA you can get that, but they're probably more expensive. And the only thing I don't like, honestly, is the resin printing. There is a maintenance and there's a procedure around doing it that's a pain in the butt. There's gloves, there's safety equipment.
Yep.
There's a whole bunch of processes and cleaning. But what I've seen, it's worth it. For the level of detail you get, it's definitely worth it. But you have to.
I'm around it all the time, and I'm probably going to die of cancer someday. Like, it's just like, this is, it's not SLA, lots of chemicals, fumes, craziness. But hey, it's fun. We're playing with toys.
Mike, Oxmeat Pete wants to know, how durable is the resin? Is it fragile and brittle? Question or...
Yeah, it all depends on so there's different types of resins you can buy. There's soft resins, there's hard resins, there are brittle resins, there are toxic and non-toxic resins. So you have to understand and probably do your research around what you're wanting to print and how you want to use it. Example is if you are making something like this sheathing, right? You don't want to use a hard plastic you would use for a weapon. You'd want to get some kind of mix or a flexible resin. So you just have to understand what you want to use it for.
Nice.
That's very awesome, man. See, this is the kind of stuff that we love, especially in our shows, this background stuff. Because, I mean, especially going into this, somebody's just commissioning you for a dio, and you're putting your heart into it to get these little smaller details done and to make sure it comes out the best that it actually can be. When somebody just thinks like you just cut foam and put it together, why is that so much? You know what I mean? And you're doing 100 times more than that, which is wow. That's great.
I will say that the majority of the people I've worked with understand the level, and it's not just a product, right? It's an art, right? I'm putting in my time to do it, and they respect that. But there have been a few that just don't get it, right? They don't get what goes into it.
Right.
I've been fortunate enough to work with some great people.
Why can't I have a storefront after the weekend, basically?
Right.
Right. Yeah.
That's insane to me. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, yeah, but like you're gonna get those issues, but still, it's just like you gotta understand, man. Like, there's time, there's craft, there's a whole process that goes into this stuff, and
Yeah.
you know,
That's just that's not even the half of it, right? You have shipment, packing, right? Those things you got to think about too. With the, not to get off topic from the resin printing thing, but with the X Mansion, I ended up having to put, it was so large, on a pallet and then ship it freight, because shipping UPS was like $2,500.
oh my gosh,
Size diodes, if you want a large diode, guys, it's going to, one, be expensive to ship. It's probably going to be, at least half the price of the diode itself. And then, it's going to take time to ship. And if it breaks in shipment, even though there's insurance on shipping, there's no true value to the diode. There's nothing to
Correct.
Say what the true value is. So you're not going to get your insurance no matter if you pay for it or not. So so that goes into my time. I got to make sure I pack it up right and doesn't get damaged along the way.
right,
So.
Right. And that's something I want to bring up to the listeners of the show, new people into collecting. This year has branched out to a lot of new people. That you got to understand that. Fellow chat Migos, Chicken Burger Disco, you're right. This is an art form. Everything that you do on your channel is an art. Everybody who we follow and promote too as well, who makes just even, from a milk crate to a box or anything, all that takes time, art, paint, the concept you came up with. And in your diodes, you're giving that and more. I mean, I've seen other people, am I not knocking anybody, but the plain wall, a paint setup, and here you go, there's your diode. You get what I'm saying? And yours, you can see the substantial difference. So, because we have lots of listeners who listen on their drive to work or anything like that. And this is more for the new people who got into this, who you need to understand when you hit up somebody like High School Creations or somebody else, that you've seen and you want this, when you're getting that price quote, man, that's an art form. And everything that he's talking about is you have to really realize what you're paying for. This isn't a quick setup. It's not something you can go find on the shelf at Walmart or Target or anything like that. The NECA one is a great design and a setup, but this is 100 times more than that.
Well, the other thing too, I always like to add is, I've always kind of like stuck with the idea of like when you're paying someone for their art, like say you're getting a quote from them, don't try and bargain with them and talk them down.
Right.
Okay. This is their art. This is what they value it at. So don't try and say, well, I think it should be this much. You be polite and you pay what they're asking. And if you don't like that price, then, go somewhere else. But, it's whenever I get a piece made from someone, I'm always like, how much is it? They tell me the price, done. Like there's no, I don't try to haggle with someone over a custom piece, man. You just don't do that. Like, in my personal opinion, I mean, I could be wrong. Some people obviously will disagree with me on that, but that's our differences will
No, no matter what I agree with what you're saying, but the key here is like people need to be polite.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Other human beings that are doing a craft, and it's like it takes time, and it's like Gentle Giant, my day job, we deal with it all the time where it's like, we'll get a phone call and it's like, I want to make an action figure. And it's like, cool, that's going to cost you this much. And they're like, why isn't it $15? That's how much it costs when I go to the store. And I'm like, you're a moron, but I'm not allowed to say that. So, you got to then explain how much
you did it. The Fallen Fett said that.
Yeah.
I was, when we took that tour, man, I was tripping on so much stuff. And Cheney knows this, and Cheney loves that reaction because the art pieces of some of the stuff that I saw that can't even be mentioned or anything, I know what they go for. And then to see Beardy in his craft with a toothpick in his hand and go detail something because somebody just asked for that, I loved it. It's
no,
like,
man, I can do water slide decals now.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's done.
Tell you, when you take away my painter, I will do a okay-ish job in his place.
Look at Mike's throwing action right there.
I don't know if that's a diss or if that's something good for you, Adam, but I use water slide.
Yeah, no, we do it at work. Absolutely. Water slide decals are great. It's just that like I'm snotty and beardy, like I have him at my disposal. So it's like I don't do anything that I want painted. Like it's like, oh, my figure has a wonky eye. I'm like, Beardy, can you fix this for me? And like, that's it. And it's like, I never do any paint work anymore because it's like, I just rely on him. And then that guy had to go have a baby.
So Adam shows off his picture. Check out what I did.
Yeah, so look at my highly detailed water slide.
And I'm all, you did so good. How can I do that?
Good job, Mijo. Good job. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I did it, guys.
Yeah. What was that dumpster you showed? Is that part of your stuff too?
Yeah, so I'm not a business, but I try to be business minded. So along with dioramas, I try to have a few accessories that I try to make a staple for myself. And last year I came up with dumpsters. I thought dumpsters were cool. I know a lot of people do them, but I offer them for sale. And I just do like a very rusted, open top, kind of New York style dumpster, rusted out in a few colors. And I offer that over on Etsy. But I include those separate, or I include those with every street diorama. So every diorama I do pretty much that's a street or corner will come with that accessory along with some crates. So not only do you get a diorama, you get accessories that I make too.
Look at this. Listen, you guys hear this value in your purchase?
Right.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Mike, are you familiar? Do you know who Phil Ramirez is? That he used to sculpt all of the Toy Biz Marvel Legends, basically. Like 75% of the Toy Biz Marvel Legends he sculpted. He does a ton of stuff. He does a lot of the stuff for Mondo now. You've seen his work for sure. He's texting me while we're on the show, and he's like, we should ask him to make us some backdrops for the Cursed Dead. So Phil Ramirez wants us to like to talk after the show.
That's way awesome.
Just so you know.
I'll go ahead and tell you my phone number on the live stream.
Right, here's Mike. Thanks, Ernie. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Chat
So,
Migos. All right.
Cheney's been trying to get Phil to come on here for a while, but like my problem, I know Phil, I love Phil. Phil can't not curse. And this show is we keep it G-rated. So we're working. I'm talking to Phil. We're gonna try to make him not cuss, and Mike will be in touch with you.
We keep it fun because I know a lot of us are parents, and sometimes when you're in the car, you're like, oh, I want to catch up on that episode, and there's sometimes you can't catch up on that episode because your kid's in the car and you don't want to expose them to some pretty gnarly language. At least me personally, that's kind of how I operate. I know it's nice to be able to hop in the car, put on a show, and not have to worry about it, Oh,
absolutely. I got two, not to go too much personal, but I got 2 under 3, so life in the house is crazy. And, I listen to people like Robo. Robo doesn't cuss on his, right? So it is very appreciated. And I think I let a few fly on this, so I do apologize, but hopefully they weren't too bad.
No, you're good.
No, I appreciate that.
I haven't caught you for the swear jar yet.
Nope.
The Chat Migos would have definitely put it out there. They'll let you know.
Yeah, the Chat Migos will definitely let you know, like, hey,
right.
You got to put some money in the swear jar. We have fun with it, It's
all right. So getting back to Adam's thing, Cursed Dead. That is a let's just say a type of Adam. Am I speaking out of line here? Saying like a horror line. Have you done anything, Mike, yet based on that? As far as a Dio inspired for somebody or a background or anything?
I don't think it'd be too far from what I've done in the past. I do have couple commissions coming up that's kind of a spooky alleyway, more inspired from the Arkham Batman video game. Apparently that video game's hot for dioramas. I have 2 or 3 of those. And then I have an abandoned house, which I think would fit something like that in there. But if you go back to any of my drawings early on in my Instagram feed, you'll notice I have a very unique style, and it's very dark and kind of grim looking. So those kind of things are right up my alley. Even though you don't see them come out in my dioramas, I do enjoy stuff like that. So it would definitely come from within, like most of how I build. So
very cool.
Yeah, this is a massive piece that you created here, man. Like,
Which one are we looking at? Sorry, I'm not.
The X Mansion.
Oh yeah, that dude. Logistically, like I've never done anything that large. A lot of people will never do anything that large. Not to toot my own horn, but I basically had to move everything. So my garage is my shop. So it's a 20 by 20, and it's all dedicated diorama building at this point. But it wasn't then. I had to move everything out to just fit the diorama in one space and be able to work around it.
Holy crap.
It is very low. You'll see that in some of the videos. It took up half the garage, and I needed the other space to, put things while I'm working. And that's why I said logistically, like it was expensive to ship. I had to palletize it and take it, in my truck over to the local terminal, and they picked it up with a forklift and put it on the back of a truck, and it went somewhere.
Were you scared? When you saw that forklift come, were you just like scared? I mean, I would have been scared out of my mind. My anxiety would have been so high. My stomach would have been hurting. I couldn't eat no nugs, no nothing. Just I would have been Peptoing it up all morning. Like for real, just chugging it.
Yeah, it was very intense. I knew the way I packaged it was good, but there's nothing that's going to protect it from forklifts.
Right,
especially the forks, right? And I worked at Lowe's. I know how, young guys drive.
See, I've been part of warehouse too, and that's what I'm saying. When you just see a pallet, that's it. And if you miss or it has a bad board, so what? Like, you're going to make it work somehow.
I was more worried about my truck, to be honest, because he was picking it up off my tailgate of my truck. But
oh my
God.
Crap! Right? Yeah. Wow.
But it was all good. Nothing happened to it. It made it to its destination, and he loves it. It was a centerpiece, obviously. And you'll notice the front courtyard. That's what he wanted. Yes. It was a battle scene for X-Men and Sentinels. At that time, they hadn't released the Hasbro Sentinel. Thank God, because that thing would have had to have been a lot bigger. It was Toy Biz Sentinels. Yeah, he loves it. And
you sent this off, and 3 days later was a HasLab, and you're like, oh God.
Yeah. Well, we already got into the build. So this was a 5-month build. We started early March, and I had to design it. Then, building takes a while for something that large, and then painting, right? The detail for something that big, right? Like I said, just the printing time for the windows was huge. And
nothing against the buyer. Did you have open room to work? Like this was your baby, or was it more, no, this is what I want? Just because it's such a large scale.
Yeah, I told him, like, there were some things, like, when I started building it, I was like, dude, at this size, I went bigger. I went bigger, honestly.
Wow.
And I was like, it looks like a dollhouse. Like, it looks like a doll. If I don't build this out to be more truer to, it's based off of the Hatley Castle version from one of the movies. I forget which movie it's from. Maybe Future Past, but anyway, it's over on.
That's okay. Cheney doesn't count those, so that's all right.
If you just watch them, they're good movies. But so anyway, I talked him up because it didn't look right, and I couldn't put out something that looked like a dollhouse. It just wasn't going to happen. And the X Mansion was something I wanted to work on. The unfortunate thing was the time frame he needed it in. I couldn't do an interior, so someday I want to revisit it and do the entire X Mansion with a proper interior.
Wow. So, putting your whole heart into it. That's awesome. Wow.
I actually have a commission. I think he was in the chat earlier, and he's basically gave me full autonomy, no price. I want you to do what you want to do with this. This is the theme, but I want your best on each one of these projects. And he's got 3 of those lined up for me. So getting clients like that is, dude, that's amazing.
Oh, that's what you want, because it's like,
right. Cool. That's what you're going to put your heart and soul into.
You get to have fun.
Right.
You're not just like, okay, so what way did you want it? All right. Well, is this good? Okay, you want me to change it? All right. Well, I can only do okay. All right. No. Like, you get to like, okay, I get to have fun. Like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's great. Yeah. So, has there been one that stuck out to you that's been your favorite? As a simple?
Yeah, so I don't know about simple, but this was my first push into this thing's got to be right because it's from a movie type thing. So I did. Have you seen The Bronx Tale? Robert De Niro was a director. Mm-hmm. There's the bar, the Deuce's Wild Bar, and I did that for a customer.
That came out really good. I had just brought that up earlier, actually.
That was the first time I got noticed by some people I really respected. I think Euler's Workshop is one that I highly respect. You guys have to know who that guy is. His Bat Cave, like anyway, I that's when he noticed me, and that's when I knew that I was doing something right, and I kept going with it. So
let me try and bring that one up real quick again.
and that's relatively new. I mean, I've been building dioramas for some time, but something since then has just clicked, and I've been on a path that I'm really proud of.
Yeah, this is great. Like the lighting looks good too. Like if you like just kind of like if you didn't know any better and you just glanced at this, like I'd be like, oh, that's a normal place.
Correct. Yeah. Like, where were you visiting?
Yeah.
Right.
Where was this at?
I actually got that on a few of them. People were like, "Oh, for a second, I thought that was real." So
yeah,
you know that makes you
what
feel
you
good.
want.
That's the
what you
biggest
want.
compliment, right? Yeah.
That's definitely what you want.
If that's your style, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you, like, what different kind of figure lines do you collect? What are you really into when it comes to action figures, man?
Oh man, I'll tell you what I collect, and then maybe something will show through that. But I'm really kind of all over the place. Loved Mezco for a long time. I have a bunch of pre-orders waiting, but I don't think I'm going to buy any more Mezcos this year. The last one I bought was the Ghost Rider, and I don't know if I really am looking forward to it or not. And that was an expensive figure. And you can get a bike for $250, but McFarlane's putting out a bike for $15. I'm like scratching my head on why I did that. But I'm getting into negatives here. So I do collect Mezco. I love
That's
Mezco,
about collecting.
but the price is getting me. I don't know. I can't spend that much on, especially with Mafex coming here and doing soft goods. Like, I think this is the first soft goods I got with the Miles. And while, you know, it's not perfect, I still like it, and I'm ready for Peter B. Parker. I'm ready for Gambit. So Mafex I've really got into this year. You know, I picked a few up from The Amazing, from 796 Studios Mario, and I really love those figures, especially Cyclops. I think he's the best Jim Lee representation in 1/12 scale. You can fight me on that if you want to. I will say the majority of my collection is Hasbro Marvel Legends, man. You can't beat those for $20 and what you get and what they put out, and the articulation on them. I mean, they got the ankles and all those pivots down right, where Mezco fails on the ankle pivot, which hurts me, right? I can't stand that they don't stand up, or I can't get over that they don't stand up.
Or single hinge elbows and knees on the females.
Right. Yeah. Everybody's disappointed about John Wick, but I like it, but it hurts that it wasn't the figure we thought we were getting. But
Hasbro touching up the face on John Wick today. The face sculpt is there.
It is.
I'm talking about like it's like, oh, I have to paint now because no beardy. So it's like literally I just had it like, and it's like I'm waiting. I have my fiance is gonna fix the soft goods with me, but I took all of the stuff off and I replaced his arms with double jointed arms. It's like one of the other 1/12 buck bodies, like V Toys, or I didn't end up using like the main one, the Gomez figure, but I used another figure, double jointed elbows. But I touched up like basically the facial hair and the eyebrows a little bit, and that head looks so much more like Keanu with just a little bit of paint on.
Even lighting, like even if you hit it with the right lighting, it really brings it out. Like the sculpt it's actually there. It's just the articulation on the body just kills it. Like, how are you going to put that on that? Like, how are you going to put John Wick on that body when you've seen a John Wick movie? The guy can do anything. Like, he's kicking super high. He's all over the place. And you're like, okay, let's throw some single hinge elbows on him. Like, yeah, it's a disgrace.
That's the only articulation problem, because like literally I had bought a bunch of base bodies ready to like do work. You know, like I didn't buy this figure until people were already disappointed with it, and I bought Dario. Like I bought 80s baby extra copy of John Wick off of him after everyone was already bagging on the figure, because I was like, I'm going to make a project out of this because I want a good John Wick. And the whole body is great. It's the single jointed arms are the problem. You got to swap those. And then the other thing that I've done, and I've test fitted it, is pulling out all of the stuffing that's in the coat. Like he's got unnecessary padding, and it just, anytime you repose him, it doesn't act right. So it's like you just tear out the stuffing, and like otherwise the figure is like, It's so close. It's arms and a bad paint job on the head. That's it. That's literally all that makes it like that's everyone hates on it. And it's like it's so close to being a good figure.
And the ankles.
The ankles aren't that bad on him.
They're
like
bad.
they're
They're
on
bad.
most
They're
Mezco, they're bad. His aren't, well, they're lower, you know? Like, I agree. Trust me, we work on Marvel Legends. We've done the, like, that ankle hinge, like, that's been a thing that we've done for years. So it's like, trust me, I'd prefer that. But I will, like, there's certain Mezco figures that the ankle pivots work better than others. Like,
Okay.
it's a mixed bag.
Well, last comment on John Wick. I threw on some Blade shades and the trench coat from Blade and turned them into a Neo. Honestly, I don't think the face sculpt's that bad in person. On camera, it's dog ugly for some reason. In person, it's not that bad. But yeah, he's a Neo on my shelf.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
A simple little mod.
So what were some of your favorite figures of last year, man? What are some of the standouts? Like if you could think of maybe like 4, maybe.
Yeah, it's tough. 2020 was, I don't know if
It was
it's because
a year,
I'm still,
man.
yeah, but it is amazing because most of them are going to be Hasbro. Honestly, Hasbro is killing it in just about every line from Joe's. The Black Series has stepped it up. I'm a huge fan of this buck for the Stormtrooper.
Look at that. How many you got there? Enough?
37? No, I don't know. I would say it's like 17 there. But those are Remnant and also some of the Incinerator Troopers as well. So it's a little deceiving. But they killed it with that one. You know, even though they took away the points of articulation, they still get better range. So I got to give it to them on that. But so, I don't know, 2020 is a tough year because the Venom figure I really love. I'm trying to think of someone outside of Hasbro. I really got into Mafek, so it's really not a good, year for me to say that. But I like the Carnage, although I was disappointed because I had the failed arm that drops off. But other than that, I think it's a great comic book representation of Carnage.
Oh, yeah,
I'm a
man.
huge symbiote fan.
I love Carnage. My big problem with Carnage is that it ruins the Venom that they made even more because Venom is tiny compared to Carnage, and it's good. Like that's Carnage is right. Like Carnage is good. Venom is too short. Like that's
if
the
they
problem.
would have just like upscaled that Venom a little bit, it'd be nice because articulation and everything is there on it.
I love the Venom. He's just shrimpy.
Yeah, he's just small. Yeah.
And I think that goes back to the earlier comic book days, but even so, if you're going to have the trio, you want them to scale at least decently in how they appeared. But
yeah, that Carnage looks like it's like comes right off the pages of what like some of that Mark Bagley art, right?
Absolutely. And I have, so I'm a comic book guy too, and I have some slabs that are of, the first symbiotes, Carnage, Venom, even some of the Todd McFarlane stuff. I give him a lot of give him a lot of stuff for his toys. But, I love his days when he was drawing for Marvel and, even Spawn too. So I have a lot of slabs and comic books from those. So,
heck yeah.
Yeah, big fan.
Nice.
And you're really liking the Power Rangers line? I saw you holding them up, or is that just the newest figure that you have?
That's the newest figure, but I do like the line. I think they put a lot into it. And definitely when it first was released, like for Hasbro, we were saying, oh, God, why can't they do this for all of the Hasbro lines and how the articulation was, especially, with the hula hoop here. But just Mighty Morphin. I'm not into all that other stuff. I grew up Mighty Morphin. And after that, I didn't pay attention. So all the Turbo and whatever the Lightning lines they're putting out. But Mighty Morphin's where it's at for me.
Yeah, I can't do Power Rangers for some reason, but I really, I appreciate what they're doing over there. They're really knocking out of the park with articulation and everything. I can appreciate it from afar for sure. Like there's, everything's looking real good. I just wish I was into Power Rangers more so I could be like, all right, cool. Huh?
Well, read the Boom comics then. The Boom comics are actually good. I didn't even grow up watching Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I read Boom comics, and I'm collecting Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and any other characters that appear in the Boom comics. Awesome.
You know exactly how many different toy lines I'm buying. Okay,
Buy more.
No, I'm good. If anything, I need to cut some out.
But like
I'm with you.
the thing with the Power Rangers line that is so important is it's a well done line. Where they fall is in paint apps.
Yeah.
They don't and it's like I just got the King Sphinx that you just got, and King Sphinx, his mouth, his face is unpainted basically, and it's sad because it's a great sculpt, great figure. He's too big scale wise with the line, but that's whatever. It's a monster. I really don't mind that much that he's too big, but the line is easy to get. It's
That's the best part. That's the best part.
And it's easy to get. I've never had a problem getting any of the figures that I want. But I mean, I pre-order stuff online, but that's it.
Well, I walk in the store and I see all that stuff. I haven't seen those two monsters yet, but when I do, I'm probably going to buy them.
I got them off of Amazon. I pre-ordered them on Amazon, and I already have them.
I just got hit up by the Walgreen Connect this morning, Cheney.
Oh.
Tommy, putties, everything came in at Walgreens.
Oh.
Right, yeah, exactly. So that is a big plus to the line, is that they're available.
All right. Well, I know we've talked a lot about the good, but you want to talk about some bad?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, Mike, walk us through why you're boycotting Target.
Well, so it's been the whole year. I'll go to some Chase figures are fun, right? But when the entire line pretty much is a Chase figure and you give exclusives, especially Army Builders exclusives, you made it very difficult for the collector. And especially now with COVID, right? You don't want to be hopping store to store, Target to Target,
not
trying
at all.
to find something. And if you can't order it because the bots are chewing them up, on pre-orders, it's just frustrating. They look cool, but are they worth the aftermarket price of $200? No. And I know Hasbro sees this. I don't know what line or what contract they have, but they know people want them, and they have a year of experience of seeing the same thing, and then they release this new wave, and it's the same behavior. It's disrespectful to. And I know they're really, their customer is the retailer, right? It's not us.
No,
but
at the
same time,
yeah.
Mike, what you're saying though, on it, it's we've been talking about this on Quickie Minis and other shows that it's ridiculous because not only has NECA seen the same problem and figured it out already in the same amount of time, but Hasbro itself has. The Star Wars team with their Target exclusives and the Marvel team with their Target exclusives. None of the Marvel exclusives have been hard to get. And then the Star Wars stuff that's the Galaxy's Edge has been also relatively easy to get, at least in my experience. And it's that's Hasbro. That's the same company. Why hasn't the G.I. Joe team figured out how to do these exclusives with Target?
Yeah. It has to be Marvel, right? They pay for those licensing. They must be getting additional, hey, you need these out, right? Because they own the license, I think, for, Mighty Morphin and G.I. Joes. I mean, they should be making a lot more money out those products. And I'm sourcing this from other live streams. But, that makes sense to me. If you own a product, your margin is much higher. Put that toy out so you can make a lot of money.
Yeah, you would think since they don't pay any licensing that those things would be everywhere.
Right. They got to know that. There's something that, they don't release to the general public. And
it's something that we keep saying about Joe team. And we're not trying to say it in that way, but as Adam just stated, and we keep stating, Marvel Legends team has nailed it. They got their YouTube lives down. Their, Marvel Mondays. They've really stepped up everything and make sure everything is good. Black Series, we had strong. Look at how many troopers you have back there and everything. And yes, okay, Star Wars collectors are hardcore. So when they first hit, it's really going to be hard to get. But they kept re-coming out. And hey, here's, it's online and it's this and that. And then Pulse has also been starting to throw up the, back in stocks. And that's helped a lot too. But as far as the G.I. Joe stuff, it is really lacking. So I can see where you're just saying, forget it. I've mentioned quite a few times on the show, all my stuff was ordered and that was the only way. So you know.
If I see it on the shelf one day, I will buy it immediately. But I'm not going to go out of my way to go looking for Joe's.
So
Correct.
you're not going to go wait in front of the store for it to open and potentially have to run with other fellow grown men to the back of the store where the toys are.
So it's funny you say that because I went to Target that morning, not intentionally. I don't know what I was going to look for. I think it was the NECA Splinter Baxter 2-pack. And I saw that line, but I forgot my mask at home. So I had to drive 20 minutes back and then come back. And I remember thinking to myself, what's that line for?
Yeah.
And then I saw later that day, it been released.
Oh,
Yeah. No, we actually almost blows were almost thrown. I had to run through a store because we were waiting in line, and a dude just got dropped off and decided he was going to push his way to the front and run through. And then that heated everybody else
there's
up.
15 people there before him. He walks up as the doors are opening, and he looks at me as we're all walking, and he's all, F this, I'm running. And he just bolted. And everybody just bolted. And I'm like, I'm good on that. I've never seen Ernie move like that in my life.
Oh, yeah. I needed like 2 inhalers.
He was
I
like
I needed some soda.
it was like Ernie went Super Saiyan, man. Like,
and then we did make sure they only got the 2 in.
yeah.
And we made sure that they got theirs, and then we proceeded to go to another one, and me and Cheney waited 2 hours for ours.
2 hours. We don't know where it is. It's
right.
It might be on the truck, and even with the Vipers, like the Vipers was a nightmare. I lucked out. I was able to. I did nothing for New Year's the night before, so I got up early and headed out, and it seemed like everything was stacked against me, and I got there, and it was like, okay, and there was 2 guys in front of me, so I'm like, okay, cool, no problem, and we're chatting it up and whatnot, and then the 4th member of our little group that was looking for Joe's there rolled up, and he's a listener of the show, Rick, awesome guy, got to meet him, so that was cool. And this employee, she was just trying to shake us left and right, man. Like, yeah, we're still waiting for them to get off the truck. They got checked in a couple days ago. I saw they were in stock like 2 days ago. So they're not on the truck. Oh, well, I'll go look for them. And, I can't find them. Can you guys come back later? I'll be right here till you find them. And she just gave me this look like, and I was just like, I'll be right here. And finally, a manager came by, and he's like, what are you guys waiting for? And we're like, Joe's, man. We're waiting for G.I. Joe's. And he's just like, well, what is it? And he looks it up. He's like, all right. And, we had told him, hey, there's people that were hiding stuff here before. And he's like, yeah, I know. We're trying to take care of that. There's an associate that was stealing from us, so we had to let go. So I'll go get this taken care of. I swear, not 2 minutes later, not even, it was less than 2 minutes, that girl came walking out with 4 Vipers. And was like, here you guys go. Not looking happy about it, by the way. And I told the 2 guys that were in front of me, I said, hey, you guys going to double up since there's 6 of them, 6 of them come to a case. You might as well double up. And they're like, no, I don't know. And they're like, hey, what about the others? She's like, there's only 4. And she was gone. So me and Rick were like, yeah, no. And those guys were like, yeah, no, we're going to head out. And so we were like, Rick's like, you going to stick around? I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm sticking around. Like, there's still 2 more. Like, so luckily we found another associate. He walked right back there, grabbed him, and gave him to us. So, but the
and
amount.
then Katie gave one of each of them to me and Ernie.
Yeah, that's the big joke part of it.
We're just crying.
Yeah.
I don't have any Vipers or Fireflies.
Well, that's the thing, though, man. Like, it shouldn't be that hard to get a G.I. Joe.
Nope.
Well, there's another problem, too, is I get Mike's frustration. We've all been there, chat Migos, listener of the shows. Everybody's there right now, and it really sucks, and it's hard. The worst part is the Firefly thing, like I said, it's been brought up. That hasn't even been here yet. So what's the answer to that? I can get, okay, the Vipers came out and other people had Firefly. We've had since January 1st. He hasn't even showed up over here on our SoCal end. And we hit the 100-mile thing around us, and it's still not here. And that's an answer for a lot of people. So it's like, obviously something is wrong, and there is no answers. And that really sucks, is the no answer part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Because even when they do their lives, their stuff is like way scripted. And they're more excited about the retro Joes that aren't even really retro Joes than getting the new classified out there. And that hurts.
Well, I think we can kind of put a pin in it here for bagging on Joe's. And we could talk about some things. Like, I know you had mentioned that you were looking
Why?
for
Because you have your Viper? Or...
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you mean this one right here?
Yeah, there you go.
That one?
What do you mean he has one? Yeah, hold on.
Well, I just wanted to bring up, Mike had mentioned he was looking for the Splinter 2-pack, so I'm assuming that you're into the NECA cartoon line, Turtles?
Absolutely. And, that one was harder earlier this year to find, but I had a lot of success at my stores. But definitely into that animated line. I think they're killing it in that line.
Yeah,
NECA.
Yeah, absolutely. What's been one of your favorite ones from that line?
Oh, man. I really like the Triceraton. I'm a big fan of orange, and I like dinosaurs. But I think Metalhead is probably, even though I broke him right away, the little switch on the back immediately, I think he brings back the most nostalgia to me, because I remember having, I think it was like a 5-inch figure back in the day. But they're all great to me, and I'll love them as much as, the day I open them, but maybe not as much later on. But the NECA or the Splinter 2-pack, I finally did find. The Figure Report, found one for me and is sending it to me, so I can't wait to have that. And I might be done there, depending on. I never found Casey Jones, which is kind of disappointing, but they're getting kind of deeper into the line, which is cool. But I really have all the main characters I'm looking for, and they're not cheap either, especially if you buy them aftermarket. So I may focus on another line.
Yeah, that Casey Jones is a must, man. You definitely got to get one of those.
And because that seemed like the beginning before they started fixing stuff, I really hope we see maybe by the end of the year some type of re-release for it. Because out of one thing, they did step up their game of finding that and everything. And I do have to admit, though, I have never seen those dinosaur packs yet, though. And I know they are very popular. And so that may be why. Mm-hmm. So any of those, were you able to go into the store and actually get them? Or was it fellow collector hookups?
I actually found the Triceraton. I found 4 in my store. I grabbed them all and then sent them out to I army built 2 or 3 of them.
Nice.
So I have like 6 Roadkill Rodneys and 3 Triceratons, and then I sent one to a fun buddy, a fellow collector.
Nice. Very nice.
Bebop and Rocksteady are showing back up on Target shelves, so I would hope that Casey Jones will get a
right.
I would imagine, yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
So it's like
a big hope, because they understood everything that was going on and have really tried to fix that problem.
Same
and it seems like
April
they did
too.
Yeah.
So do you collect the Super 7 line or no?
No, I've considered it because, I'm a big fan of Unparallel and his reviews, and he's convinced me. I don't know if I'm ready to invest, $80 into, a single figure from Super 7. And you got to get in on the pre-orders, or you're probably not going to get one, is what it seems.
Yeah.
So I haven't made the leap, and if I do, I'm going to be late. But they look great, and I would definitely buy them. They had me at Thundercats. I just, if I didn't buy the whole wave, I wasn't going to buy any of them.
So did you get the Thundercats?
I did. I had too, and I kicked myself for those because I spent way more in Mezco, and I don't even know what I did with most of those Mezcos. So
I got the Super 7 Thundercats and the Super 7 version of Mumra. I didn't get the Mattel ones because I was turned off by the way Mattel was like hard selling the whole thing. So I bought the Wave 1 of Super 7 stuff. And the Mumra with the CJ wired cloak is literally one of my favorite figures. Like, it's amazing. It's so cool.
It's weird. Around here lately, there's been a lot of Thundercats. I turned Thundercats on for my daughter the other day, and I let the first episode play, and she was kind of like, I don't want to watch this. And about 5-10 minutes in, she's quiet, she's into it, and the episode ends, and she's like, can we watch the next one? I'm like, you like this? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, all right. And so the next day, Dad, can I watch Thundercats? Yeah, you sure can.
I am so jealous. Like, were you at all uncomfortable that the Thundercats were naked at first?
No.
You
When
were.
I was a kid, I was like, what the heck?
Yeah,
But-
and then all of a sudden they start wearing clothes.
Yeah.
But you're like, I just saw you guys naked. Like, you
Yeah.
guys-
Yeah, well, they're cats. They have they have fur on them still, Adam. Come on.
right? Yeah, no, I know, but they're still. I mean, clothing without clothing, naked. They were naked.
Do you think that about your cat at home, or are you like, oh, you're naked,
He's
cat?
naked, yeah.
Adam likes
Totally
to
naked.
Adam
So-
likes to
Walking around
cosplay,
all
yeah.
of our pets. They're like,
Yeah.
I'm walking around here naked. They're picking up my poop.
Yeah, so all this week, my daughter's just been all about Thundercats. Like, she sings the song, and like it's wild, man. It's a trip. Like, it's really a trip, because I'm like, this is so strange. And it's not the Cartoon Network one. It's the original OG one. Like, it was on Hulu, and I turned it on, and like, dude, she's down with it. And I'm like, this is really cool, but it's kind of weird at the same time. And my wife's like, so you're going to buy her Thundercats toys now? And I'm like, I don't know. Super 7's kind of the only game in town for that, and those are kind of pricey. And,
Yeah.
and she just kind of like, I'm like, let's just see how long this lasts. And, she's really, really into it, then, I'll definitely do it. But I was doing my...
Benjamin Harles in chat just brought up that you should watch the reboot series, like also like the anime-esque one, I think is the one he's referring to.
The Cartoon
It's
Network one.
Yeah, I actually liked that. Like, I liked that reboot, and I know that that's probably very controversial.
No,
but
a lot of people like the Cartoon Network one. They
it's-
canceled the Cartoon Network one because they weren't selling enough toys.
Right. But it was pretty good. And you know what? I own some of the toys too, the Bandai America toys.
Mhm.
And some of them are pretty decent. Like, they're definitely plasticky and toy, but they're super articulated. It's like some of them have like double jointed elbows, double jointed knees, the ankle pivot, like hinges, everything. Like, they're
Yeah, they were nice. They were really
Articulate.
nice, yeah. And they came out in 2 different sizes. There was like a smaller line and then a 6 or 7 inch line, I believe.
Oh, Benjamin Harles was actually just talking about the Cats movie.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And we're all here. Yeah, watch Netflix.
Yeah,
That's
we're
one.
like,
Cheney's gonna get really mad because, like, I'm gonna bring up the reference that Benjamin Harles was talking about the Cats movie, which is the one where they had to release the butthole cut.
okay. All right.
Yeah, it was a
Anyway.
thing.
Yep. It definitely was.
Relevant.
You're right. You're right.
That's all G-rated. I know you can say that in a Disney film.
Ernie, you have anything else you want to ask Mike?
What was the one figure that you missed out on that you wish you were able to obtain, but you did not get it? Like, and especially you had the chance to.
Yeah, I think there was an Ahsoka figure, one of the Walmart exclusives, and I saw a few on the rack, and I was like, oh, there's plenty of these. I'll come back later and get them, and you can't find those figures anymore. And I don't have an Ahsoka in my collection.
Oh man,
That was probably disappointing.
All right. After we're done, I'll help you out. After we're done here tonight.
Boom.
yeah.
Awesome.
Look at myself. Yes.
We'll do it.
I got you, man. I got you.
And Mike, honestly, like, if you're not, I don't know if you know, but like the Toy Migos Facebook group, there's a thread in there for anyone that's looking for stuff, and everyone's been helping each other out, getting stuff cost plus shipping. And like, I know a lot of guys were helping each other out with the Casey Jones 2-pack. So it's worth posting in there. I know
That's how I got
probably
mine.
anyone that's listening will probably also. You know.
I love that they do that in there, and it's moved over to the Discord now. Like, I saw they were talking about that Ahsoka today, actually, because it went up for order
It
again
did.
on Walmart.com.
And we had it up immediately.
I can't remember who it was, but they were saying like, all right, cool, I got it. And someone was like, oh, it's already sold out, I missed it. And they're like, dude, do you need one? Because I got you. Like, I was like, I love this. Like, everybody kind of takes care of each other in there, man. It's so cool.
It is D-Amazing approved. It's the only one he's a part of. I do like to throw that out there all the time. So just so you know, we're pretty legit over there.
That's awesome. I'll have to go check it out and join for sure. That's awesome.
Yeah, definitely check that out. And the Discord's been a lot of fun too. So, oh yeah, look at that.
If you can understand the mechanisms that go on in the Discord, then that
I would say it's easier than Messenger. Like,
no, it's not.
There is a new I think Cheney added it. There's a whole section that I think Jeremy G actually had asked for, where it's everyone has to introduce themselves with their alias, because that's the biggest thing with this.
And that's all for me. Then.
Facebook and YouTube chat. Everyone's got the different names, so there's actually like a little a cheat sheet that you can go into.
That's cool. Then
see everyone's names.
I'll go back and check it out this weekend.
Let's see those cards, Mike.
Oh, yeah. So I'm amazed by these because, not only is he photographing toys and he's making his own backdrops and dioramas. I don't know how much you know about the process he does. I've watched him on Toying Around when he talked about it, but he does his own cardboard cutouts for a lot of his dioramas. He's putting them on trading cards, which I'm a huge sucker. I'm a 90s kid.
Same here.
The cards are legit, and then they come with packaging. And I'm looking at each one of these, and they are, in depth. They got all the figures with props and themed, and this is amazing work. I'm very, very impressed. This seems like a true product you'd get from one of the big box companies.
I have the X-Men series one, and I want to get I want to get them framed and hang them on the wall, but I want something that I can flip and you can see both sides of it too, because it's the work that's gone into them is exceptional.
Yeah,
right.
He does a great job.
Bios on the back. My understanding is he designed the borders and stuff. I know my light's killing it. Sorry, guys.
Get it closer to the camera. Maybe that'll help. Up a little bit. Perfect. Yeah, up a little bit. Yeah, there you go. That's perfect.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite channels.
Yeah,
I love it. God.
Yeah, me and Brandon go back pretty far. Actually, there was actually a photo combat competition for ACBA, and me and Brandon actually faced off back in the day, and I beat him. If that was to happen now, there's no way. I'll let you know that right now. He has definitely perfected his craft, and he is definitely very talented, man. Very, very talented. I love what he does over there.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait for the 90s X-Men to come back, because I'm going to get them all.
Heck yeah. I love what he does. All right. Well, let's see. Do we, you guys have anything else you want to ask him here? Or is there anything you want to kind of shout out here, Mike?
Yeah, I'll just go back to that sticker swap. It's an Instagram related thing, but hashtag is I can't even talk. HSC sticker swap. Every Sunday I'll do a live to talk about what's been sent in the week before. Then I'll send stickers out to you guys who send stuff in to me. And like I said, I got a fat stack of stickers of things I've been drawing for the past 20 years. I got some Odious inspired stickers, and I'll keep adding stuff each month. So, if people want to send stuff in, my P.O. box is in my Instagram bio. Send that stuff in. I want to grow the community, not just, in diorama related stuff, but art too, right? I'm trying to inspire that, and hopefully it grows outside of me. Using that hashtag, hopefully people can find it, and then they directly exchange some piece of art between them. So just getting people inspired to do art, and whether it's a doodle or whatever it be, just do something creative.
When the world goes back to normal again, you need to come out here to California and go to Designer Con. I think you would eat that up. I think that would be perfect for you. I think that's something that you would just love. You got all kinds of people doing all kinds of different stuff there, man. Are you familiar with Designer Con at all?
I've heard it a few times, and actually 2020 was the year that I wanted to start taking my son and myself to all these cons, around the U.S., and it's unfortunate what happened. But yeah, I definitely want to come out there. There's a bunch of people I met this year that maybe I wouldn't have any other year just due to COVID. So I got to appreciate that. But at the same time, like there's events, like I want to meet some of these people now. I've made some good contacts. I want to grow that even further by meeting people in person. So, yeah, I can't wait for this to be over. Hopefully it goes back to some normalcy soon, but it doesn't seem like it is. But who knows? Right?
You got to make sure to put away to go for Designer Con. It's mine and Evil Diva's favorite. Punker Mike just said Decon is his Disneyland. I mean, you have everything from pins to stickers to creating. Adam was there with his stuff
from Disneyland.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's dude, it's one of our favorites, and we literally will go, and there's so much that the wife and I come home and we're showing each other's bags, even though we were with each other the whole time. Oh my God, where'd you get that? And who is that? And what is that? Because there's like just so much stuff everywhere of what people are creating and doing and everything, and it's one of our favorites too.
Yeah, it's definitely
kind of low key, right? It's not like San Diego Comic-Con where you can't even stand in line or go get.
There's a line now. Yeah, it's gotten that big. Yeah,
getting pretty big.
Correct.
Still bearable. It's still, you can walk through it without like wanting to like road rage against other human beings. Right. So there's
because it goes both ways too. Because
it's just like.
Yeah, it goes both ways too, because it's so big that yes, there's a line now and everything else too, but because there's even more artists as well who have showed up. So it's not the same, small area or anything. They're even packing in even more artists and everything. So it plays both ways. But yeah, it is getting pretty popular now, but it is a lot of fun. And that's definitely one, Cheney's right, that you would definitely enjoy.
Oh yeah. I think he would love it. It's right down your alley, man. Like
hopefully when we get back to it and Adam's there with his stuff, then I now have somewhere to set my bag, I hope.
Well, like literally Phil was like saying that we need to get a Cursed Dead Dio going on, where it's like Designer Con is the perfect place to have something like that with prototypes on display. So, well, hopefully they have it in 2021 if they, fingers crossed.
Hopefully.
Right.
All right. Well, anything else you guys want to add?
I do want to say I appreciate you guys inviting me on, doing this. This is very cool to get to know more people and get to know you guys. So I definitely appreciate it. Very appreciative.
Oh, no problem, man. Thanks for taking the time out. I know it's real late over there, and I really appreciate staying up with us and, to talk toys and whatnot, man. It's, thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely greatly appreciate it. And again, these are some of my favorites when somebody like you, an artist, and has that cool stuff. To get other collectors and newbies and even old school people who maybe just collected a figure and now are looking at dios to display, know what goes into it and behind it and everything. So it's very cool. So thank you very much.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to go ahead and shut her down for the night, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, and then, man, when Toy Migo Con happens, you're right, Ramos. Whoa. Yeah. Toy Migo Con is probably going to be bigger than D-Con. Probably.
All right. Well, where can we find you at? And we're basically plug anything you want to plug, man. Go for it.
Yeah, sure. So I'll start out with Instagram. Over on Instagram, I'm High School Creations. I think I consolidated everything to be High School Creations except for my Zoom account. So if you're looking for me on YouTube, I do have a small growing YouTube channel that I will start doing weekly lives. I'm going to move from Instagram lives, which I've done for the past couple months, to YouTube just because it allows me to do a little bit more.
Right.
So YouTube is also High School Creations. And Instagram is basically where you can find me. Anywhere else, I probably won't answer you. So I'm on Instagram pretty often. So message me, DM me if you have Dio questions or you just want to talk Dios or posing figures or action figures. I'm always open to talk.
Sweet. All right. And Adam, where can we keep up with you?
I'm playing with myself.
Yep.
On Instagram and Facebook.
There it is.
Van Wickler on Twitter. It says playing with myself, but like my username is
Ernie, where can we keep up with you, sir?
Here, sir. Here all the time. Here with us. Is this it? Are we wrapping it up? Are we taking it home?
Ernie's like, hold on, I gotta check my watch.
Right, yeah.
What's going on here?
I got my back pain going on. I need my Bengay. I need my heating pad.
Take us home, Captain.
Victor, get in there. Rub the man's back.
Oh,
Man, I swear to God, Adam. Dang. Look at the merch. Look at High School Creations merch right there.
There you go.
Guys, once again, a very huge thank you to High School Creations. Go follow all that stuff. Make sure you get a part of the sticker swap that is going on. Chat Migos, thank you everybody for sharing. Those listening, thank you always for being so supportive. Remember, you can find us here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on our Quickie Minis. It's our hour to get away from the world and just talk toys and our nonsense. Or you guys can just bag on me like you love doing. So whatever it may be. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we will be back. And then Thursday night, 8 p.m. Remember, we switched the time to have great guests like this on and others as well. Next show, Cheney, do we have a guest?
Next week, we have no guest. But the week after, you guys are going to be interested to see what that's all about.
That's
That's
awesome.
all I could say.
So don't forget Thursdays at 8 p.m. and on all your favorite podcast listening device, wherever it may be, we are there. Don't forget to follow us on www.toymigos.com. All of the social media sites, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Be a part of our Facebook group. Mike, you definitely need to join. We got all of the DCPIs in there and, the what you're searching for. News, we put all the sales stuff and everything up there first, and then deep dive, as Chat Migos know, into the Discord, which all the drops happen there first, all the news. We got everything from all the different channels, from Marvel to wrestling to everything. It's really jumping in there.
So many gifts.
Thank
All
you.
of the gifts.
Dude, you guys were so quick on that after you guys were bagging on me last show. And then what, like 30 seconds later, you guys have gifts made?
Yeah, it became like
Wow.
Meme Central in there.
Wow.
It's instantaneous memes in the Discord.
Yeah. Wow. Man.
Ernie
So-
couldn't even be mad. Like he was just,
yeah. I was like, dude, are you serious? How quick was that? Like 6 immediately?
yeah.
So
it was
thank
right off the
you,
bat.
Urban
Rapid fire.
Spidey. Thank you to our moderator tonight. Ramos was here, and to the others. So remember to follow us all, guys. Go ahead right now.
Just posted links to the Discord.
Yeah. So don't forget, you guys, right now, drop your Instagram handle there, your Discord handle, your Facebook handle, so you guys can keep staying in touch. Go visit all our sites, and then don't forget to follow Cheney 180, The Fallen Fett, 80s Baby, Playing with Myself, Sergeant Bananas. Please do not forget Mortal Ruin, Cursed Dead. We will have more special shows and infos coming up with that. This will be the first place to see the lovely marriage that happens between Cursed Dead and High School Creations when we see all that happen. This will be your exclusive for that going
Ernie
down.
just decided that, and I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I'm always here for all Adam's exclusives, like I said. So, definitely. Don't forget, guys, hit that subscribe on the way out, hit the bell for notifications, and hit the thumbs up. And once again, just thank you so much for sharing. We appreciate and love you all. Have a great weekend and happy hunting. Don't forget, Adam needs stuff.
Also on Tuesdays, we're bringing in we're picking a random Chat Migo to hop in with us on the Tuesday Quickie Minis. So I'm very excited.
Go Tuesdays.
Yeah. Yes, Chat Migo Tuesdays.
Adam contract talk.
Yeah.
Just after. I'll message you.
And once again, make sure to follow Mike here at High School Creations. He's got a new YouTube channel. Get over there. Go sub to it now. Don't sleep. Hit up his Instagram. And thanks again, man. Thank you so much for taking the time out. I'm Cheney 180.
I'm the Fallen Fett.
I'm playing with myself.
And I'm High School Creations.
There you go.
Perfect.
See?
He got it.
Yeah.
And remember, guys, they're not dolls.
Plus Mayo.
I think I might go make one right now.